What?
Oh, no.
Dude, how about, what do you think of, this is what I want to talk about. I talk about this on my podcast a little bit. But what do you think of fucking, okay, Eminem came out with an album. You didn't listen to it because you don't do shit like that.
No.
But here's the deal. He came out with an album, okay? And it dissed a lot of the, I hate saying diss because it sounds super white, but that's what they call it.
Yeah.
Okay, he dissed a lot of the guys that fucking dissed him, right?
Oh.
And so now he comes out with an album that's like, fuck this guy, fuck that guy, right? All that shit.
Yeah.
And then other rappers, like this younger rapper that's 28, Machine Gun Kelly, okay, made a whole song dissing Eminem. Now, I have a fucking thing I want to say about this. You grown men rhyming.
You're grown men rhyming.
Okay, but it's still really big and people love it. It's like a soap opera, right?
Yeah.
What do you think of that? What do you think of grown men who are 46?
If they are self-aware enough to realize that it's a good marketing ploy,
Sure.
then I'm a fan. If they're like, yeah, you go after me, I go. If they're for real in a beef,
Okay, but put on just watch the video here.
Let me see the video.
Go ahead, play it.
Let me see it.
Here we go. This is Machine Gun
All right,
Kelly
I'm gonna watch this shit.
responding to Eminem. Now look at him. Those are tattoos.
I mean, he's a cool looking dude. He's a cool looking cat.
Yeah, no doubt.
He walks like he's got some shit going on, you know?
Yeah.
He doesn't need a shirt.
What do you think of this?
You know what I like about it?
What? I'm just curious what you, now not even to dig into, you're a 52-year-old man, right?
I like that he's 51. I like that he's taking something that probably annoys him,
right,
and turning it into probably $5 million.
Yeah.
And also like a pretty cool, well-written song.
Right.
So in that sense, I don't mind.
Right.
He's also the young blood.
Yeah.
And Eminem's the old blood.
Right.
So the young blood is going to usurp the older one.
Yeah.
In music, all of us as men at my age and Eminem's age, the one thing we will all face is a form of a death. Yeah. There are teenagers that can beat me up now. There are all kinds of things. You just lose. Your body breaks down.
Weird, right?
Everything. Even you are artistically, you're not as relevant. You have to stand-up's a little bit different, but you're still not going to be.
It can be different.
You're still going to be the guy who is. You become sort of the guy who becomes the stalwart, the keeper. You're not going to go out and adventure, right?
So
and young people like that, he's the adventurer. You know that story about with harvester ants. You ever hear the story?
I mean, I'm big on harvester ants.
If you take harvester
I know
ants
a lot about
and drop them in the middle of nowhere, they will they'll take the younger ants, and the young ants will go out like a half inch out and explore, and then come back, and they come back in the middle, and the older ants. They throw up in the older ant's mouth to show them what's out there, and the older ant goes, "Okay, go back out there again." They'll go out another half inch. So it's the younger ants that actually expand the colony by exploring, and then they finally find a food source, and then they find a nest. But it's the younger ones that do that, and the older ones stay in the middle, and they stay put. So in that phenomenon replicates itself all the way through the animal kingdom and among people too. So young people like that are always pushing the envelope and in a way killing off the old order. So I like that from an anthropological point of view. So anyway, the point is,
you want me to throw
there's something about him that's very committed, right? Look at his body.
Right.
And he's actually good. I don't know rap, but he sounds good.
He makes good music. I just was curious what you thought about it being a fucking
But if it's real, now what did Eminem?
Well, okay, so what happened was MGK, Machine Gun Kelly, tweeted or something about his daughter 6 years ago. And his daughter was like, at that point, 16.
His daughter?
No, Eminem's daughter.
He tweeted about his daughter.
Like, oh, she looks hot or something as a joke, right? I mean, that's what he says it was a joke. So Eminem came out with a line or two in his new album, and he was like, keep my daughter out of your mouth, You know who you are. Stop fucking, you're a piece of shit, or whatever the fuck he said in rap terms.
Can I hear that?
Yeah.
Eminem's?
Yeah, but it's like in the middle of a song, and I don't know where it is.
All right.
But, yeah, anyway.
I mean,
it is interesting though. What is interesting is how talented Eminem is and how good he is. And, you know, arguably, well, I mean, he is one of the best of all time, but like, how it just, rap is such a young man's game and it doesn't matter after a certain point. Yeah. Like Jay-Z.
It's a young man's game.
Jay-Z is so, you know, good and still relevant. If he wasn't with Beyonce and they weren't doing their thing together, it would not be as interesting. Because it's just rap is a young man's game.
It's a young man's game, but also like I think when people listen to rap, young people. So for me to listen to rap,
it's got angst.
Like I appreciate rap, right? I do actually. I'll listen to Jay-Z, Nas. I listen to Tupac. I've listened to everything because I think he's incredible,
right.
and Eminem, and then a couple others that people turn me on to, right? And DMX and just some of the big ones, Biggie Smalls and all that. And I really do appreciate the way they're able to create an emotional response from a dude like me who has never lived in. I really do appreciate it from an artistic standpoint. But there's also a thing about rap that is a young man's game in that when you're driving, it makes you feel like a badass or it makes you feel charged.
Yeah, it doesn't as an older guy.
As an older guy, it's not relevant anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not a I'm a
badass. You're not driving around thinking, I'm a badass. If you are,
so I can appreciate it from an artistic point of view from the outside in. When you're young, it gets you fired up. You're getting ready. You're going out. You just want noise. Whatever it does, whatever that thing does, it's full of possibilities. You're thinking about your future, all that shit. So when you're older and you're singing about shit, and by the way, the biggest enemy to an artist might be, especially a rapper, might be millions of dollars.
Yeah, no, that's the truth, because it's like, what are you angry about anymore?
An assistant and staff,
and
where everything is free,
right,
including all the cars or houses. That's you know, a problem.
That's why great art always comes from the fucking most broken down cities and areas, because you don't have shit,
and you're desperate to say
hungry.
something.
Yeah, and you got to say.
And another huge thing about being artistic is like the terrifying notion that you won't be heard, or you won't make it, or you won't have anything to say. And so when the first time you make someone laugh as a comic, or the first time you realize that you might be talented or you can do this, holy fuck.